Hello, this is an exciting game played on Foxxy that black won by resignation, being about 30 points ahead. It was a little bit dangerous at some point in the lower right corner, but we will get to that point and check the life and death situation. Anyway, white seemed to be behind pretty much all the time. So let's see what happened. The Fuseki is quite modern, with these two space high Shimari. Then white decided to split the top side. But in this case, it's more urgent for white to play a move at p16 or p17 and prevent the second possible Shimari. Playing the split move in the top, this allows black to just get another corner enclosure, in which case white has to extend to the left, and then black can choose p4 or p3, or simply, usually attack this corner low, and then decide whether to continue with f3 or make a base or attack from the outside. So, and of course the sun invasion. All these moves are possible for black, but black decided to attack from the left side. So in general, white doesn't split the middle of the board here because it's more urgent for him to play p17 or p16. Now when this happens, black will usually take the corner, then white can extend high, low as he wants. So he still gets to the middle of the side in this particular basic Joseki, but white was just impatient and he went there right away. This is pretty much old school, but it's played only when black has the star point, so q16 instead of r16. So for black in general, it's nice to get the second Shimari, either p17 or o17. The loose one is fine here, because this one doesn't give enough space for white to extend to the right. So white obviously will extend to the left where he has a much wider space. Otherwise it's too narrow to go m17. So if he plays away, black will take away the extension from the left, and white has to make this tiny and cramped formation. So black attacks from the left, white extends towards the right, and black invades. The invasion is possible, and it's quite appealing when you see a 3-space jump extension, but black can just defend the corner at q17 and then prepare the invasion. Now usually white will extend back to m16, and now the corner is already safe, so black can play away. And also this formation white got in the top can be a little bit over concentrated, and later on there's a nice Tsuji that black can use here to try to remove the base. So black invades, white jumps out, and black jumps too. Now black can still play q17 because there's still a lot of Aji in the top. So for example, if white covers with this Kosumi to try to kill m17, black will push once and then just go on the second line, which creates Miai between connecting under to the left or to the right. Both moves are fine for black. So for example, if white plays this kind of move to make sure black is not going to connect on the left side, black will attach, then when white cuts, cut as well, then double Atari and another double Atari and fight this ko. So being the beginning of the game, this kind of ko, it's easy for black to win. So white doesn't really have a big threat. No matter what white plays, black can answer once and then just eliminate the ko. So that's an option. Just secure the corner, then still use the Aji of m17, but black jumps. Another option for black is to attach right away at k18. Now when white cuts, you just sacrifice that stone and get a wall on the outside to separate the stone and punish white. So we have a jump, white jumps along, black has to jump too. Yeah, that's quite natural. And in fact, this is also okay for black. When white tries to connect, black has a very nice Tetsuji here. Yeah, but instead of, well, this Keima is to secure the corner. But here, black can play L16. Now white has to decide whether he wants to keep connected under or he will keep the stones connected on the left side. So when white connects here, then black will separate N18. And when white cuts, black will capture, and because this exchange is on the board, there is no way for white to connect on the outside with the sacrifice. So what I mean, it's when black cuts right away, N18, white will cut too, black captures a stone, then white will push through and connect on the outside. Then black just links under. This is not so great for black because white is connected and the two stones in the middle will start floating. Therefore, black plays this exchange first, and when white connects, black will separate. So it just counters the plan from the previous sequence. Now, if white pulls back L18 or N18, black will just push through at K16. And this is already successful for black because these stones are separated and white kind of crawls on the second line to stay connected. So when white pushes here, black will cover, and white doesn't even really want to play Hane. I mean, he can try, but black will separate. So for white now, it's important to come back here. Then black can go down or Hane. So black still builds a lot in the top, and this group for white, it's on the run. So when white slides, black can play a peep, then just extend for a base on the right side. Therefore, black keeps the corner safe in the top right, and also separates the stone in the middle. So the position is very powerful already, positive. So black jumps here. White should probably jump in between. Yeah, white connected. In fact, white can connect N17. So this was the timing for black to punish. Go L16 right away. Therefore, it's tricky to have this kind of position on the board for white as well, because when he goes M18, black is not going to cut left-right, but use a peep, one or the other. Well, in this case, it's more interesting to use the one on the left. So white connects and black plays away. Well, overall, white did well in the end to manage to connect, because these three stones are still kind of running and floating. And well, the corner is safe, but white can separate here anytime. So let's see, white played a kick. This also very popular Joseki, black extends. For black, it's actually, well, this extension, it's always big, but it's very important to try to connect the stones in the top right. Anyway, yeah, the 3 space extension first, it's really urgent. Settle the bottom, then white takes a big point here. White should separate, because black will usually defend on the right side, but now the 3 stones are under pressure. If black jumps again, for white it's very nice to surround the top, so black needs to settle this group somehow, keep the corner safe, and then white can play all the way to C12, for example. It's not small to play a move like F3 or a move like C6. Actually, C6 would be more interesting here, because if black extends on the left side, white can come all the way to J3, threatening the invasion at N3. So if black plays here at H3 to prevent this approach, then white attacks the top left corner with C12. In which case, if you want to keep the corner safe, you will play a move on the second line or a double up. Then white can extend back, or just play for big points, R12, split here, and so on. So there are these kind of choices for white, but white just played tight at F3, being confident that he's got some corners, solid position everywhere, and he's okay so far. So black got a big point on the left side, this is good. Actually, black can come all the way to C6. Even when white already has a stone at F3, in some position, it's okay to play this kind of approach, and then when white goes on the second line, you extend back to C10. But it's also nice to play C10 directly, then think about submarine approach like B4 and B5 later on. So let's see what happened. White invades the top, then black plays a peep. Yeah, this is an option, but in fact it's also okay just to attach on the second line, and when white cuts, you give up the stone, because there's a lot of crawling for white, and it's not so much territory. If he just takes the second line, then you get a position in the center, and it's quite large. Now, usually when you play a move like an attach on the second line, if white simply goes Nobi and covers, in the end, if something like this happens, black takes all the territory in the top, and white just connects his stones on the outside, but it's difficult to use that influence for white, because black has stones around. So it's not so interesting just to connect. Therefore, white will think about the cut on the left or on the right, and then you just give up the stone to make the wall towards the center. So we have a peep, then a Kosumi, but it's actually difficult to surround that stone. Yeah, white did well to come out with G16 and try to catch the black stones. So white jumps, black Hane, that's a little bit risky. Actually here, black should play a Nobi or a one space jump. The Nobi is a proper way to go out, and also keeps white stones separated. If white pushes from the right several times just to separate the black groups, then it's a problem with the top stones. They are surrounded and they will never connect under, like this. So here, white had an interesting variation to cut. Then this is all forced. Black will wedge to create some cutting points. White covers, and now white will sacrifice some stones. If black just cuts here, white is happy to Atari, Atari again, and Atari again. So it's super painful. Even if black connects, it's super heavy. But obviously black will cut first, white connects, and now capture stone. But the same thing still works for white. So Atari, Atari from behind, Atari again. Even if black captures two stones, black really invested lots of moves to capture them, and then white can Kosumi here or do something with his center stones. Go out this way or simply jump in the middle. So now the three stones in the top, actually four, they are still floating. And this became over concentrated. So white really missed an opportunity to make black suffer a little bit, which means cut and fight. That squeeze play was much better than just Kosumi, because now black has time to come back and protect against the cut. Oh, black defense here. It's actually still urgent to play J13. If white comes on the left side, black has this attach, and then on Hane you cut, Atari go down, connect, connect, push, go out, and white is still under a lot of pressure. He's still running. So playing here, white can do the combination again, Atari, go out. If push, you can just cut, and then on Atari, white turns with Atari. So black has to go back, white covers, black will push, white blocks, and when black cuts here, now it's a different combination, because being all connected, white can play Atari like this, then Atari this way, then go down and capture everything. So white really missed a golden opportunity to fight back. This jump will just allow black connect. Yeah, that's good. And now black is out, but white is still running with the group. This invasion is desperate. White should take care of the group in the center and fly out. So separate, very good. Actually here, black can play d18. If white goes c18, there are two ways to kill this group. One is to play Hane, then Atari, but actually even without Atari, just connect, because this is already the L group formation. So if white pushes here, black will block. If white cuts, you have a snapback. If white connects, then you connect on the outside, and there are cutting points again. And let's see again. Atari connect, connect, it's fine. If he pushes here, you connect. If he cuts, you just connect under. So the formation in the corner, being an L group, will die even if white plays any of the vital points in the corner first. We know that already. It's been happening many times. So separate like this and kill everything. If white plays Kosumi, you just slide. If he blocks here, you cut, and the shape in the corner is dead. So this is really basic Tsumego. Therefore, black is giving up some points. And it's also good to separate, because the group in the top doesn't have a base, so white still needs to run out. And black just profits while attacking. So we have this block, then Hane, then play away. Yeah, it's okay to Tenuki. But if you still want to keep pressure on the group, you can play a Hane in the top. You might play this one, then a Peep. Oh no, wait, the Peep, you will connect. Actually, you can play the Peep and connect, because then you hurt the stones in the top. But even without the Peep, play a move here to threaten the eye, or yeah, you can play away also. Shoulder hit, then jump out, because this will impact the top group, but from afar. So you don't really show the intention. Anyway, this approach is still big. So white played the kick, but the kick is questionable, because black already has the extension in the right place, and Sun invasion is still possible after the kick. So white didn't really secure the corner. Hane. This move is big on the right side, but also playing b17 is fine, because it keeps a lot of pressure on the group. So white still runs out, and you get many moves in the middle attacking that group as long as he's not alive. But once he captures the stone, then it's settled. So he goes for the capture, and the capture is also pretty much center. But the way black should defend here, it's b15, because when white cuts Atari like this, you just capture. And if he cuts the other way, it's the same thing. You just connect and both stones are captured. And also the reason to play here instead of c16 is because of the endgame. So white can play Hane and you cannot block. You gotta turn. So you still end up with b15. But then, if you play here directly, when Hane, you can block, and when Atari here, you just capture. So you can save an extra point on the left side. Shape-wise, this is better. So it's good to make a habit to look for this kind of shapes in the future. Also, white was trying some desperate move, but this is the kind of move white should play as a quadrat, because he's just going to lose more points like that. Yeah, he's trapped inside. Now we have a ladder, But I wonder why black played the ladder towards the bottom, because this ladder comes out here, and therefore white can try some ladder breakers on the way. But black would play the other ladder, ladder on the left side. So Atari here, if white comes down, Atari again, and there are no ladder breakers for white anymore. So this is giving less agi. Besides, when white plays Atari here, you capture. If he cuts, you can still throw in for a snapback or just direct Atari. So it doesn't matter if he plays Atari on the first line. Therefore, instead of Atari from below, you should play Atari from the outside and kill more stones and don't give your opponent ladder breakers. So he played this one. Now the ladder works, that's fine, but yeah, obviously white plays this move. So what happens if black responds one time? Let's see. Is the ladder breaker really working? If it does, then actually it doesn't, huh? So this means you can push once, then he needs to no-B, and now you capture the stones. And then when he turns, your group on the bottom is not so much in danger because you have time to react like this, or jump, or go down. And when he pushes, no-B. Actually, the turn is the best to defend locally. So a ladder breaker, you can sometimes counter with a move to resist like this or like this. But in this case, K3. So even if he comes out, you kill everything. So now, yeah, you capture, then he pushes above, you push under. Yeah, he was supposed to block here, then when you go up, he hane, and then you need to jump. So the formation is a little bit over concentrated. Now he has to jump here and try to attack the stones in the top. So the game can be still kinda close. Oh, desperate invasion. Interesting move. But, yeah, it's good enough to play the attach on top. Because when white goes to connect under, you play the wedge, Atari connect, he needs to play here, then you Atari from behind. So in the end, he cannot really take away the base. The shape for black is still powerful. So here we will witness some kind of trade. But it's still good for black to play the Kosumitsuki at entry, because he threatens the wedge. So on this move, you wedge, Atari. When he cuts like this, you just capture everything. Play this one, threatening the capture at N2, M1, N1. So when Atari here, you connect, he needs to play this one, then you Atari the 3 stones, and they're dead. So hane, then another ladder, and capture. Well, this is a turtle shape, but it feels that black got tricked a little bit because the 2 stones in the lower right area, they are going to be in trouble. So white no-B, obviously. Black jumps, white jumps. White needs a little preparation here. So first of all, he should think about attacking the top group. Therefore, a jump here is interesting because this will attack the group in the top and prepare some invasion on the right and indirectly attack the 3 stones on the bottom. So jump here first. Black comes out, that's good. Can black play a bamboo like this? And then when white connects, bamboo connection here. If white pushes through, you can push once, then Atari again. Or actually push and then just turn. And if he blocks, you have a double Atari. If he connects here, you connect back. Now he needs to capture the stone, but it's not that important. And you have time to connect the stones in the top right. So let's see how dangerous this fight became for black here. Atari under is good. Come out, also good. This shape is fine too. Then connect the groups. Seems okay, and somehow this group still got separated. Yeah, not too bad to play this Kosumi. But now you got attach. If hane, you cut. If Atari, go out. If turn, just capture this stone. And then when he pushes, you block, and it's all good. When he tries to escape with this guy, you just no-B, and then eventually you either capture the stones because you're strong in the middle, or both groups escape separately. So we have a Keima, then a jump, that group is out. But this one almost got surrounded in a Ko. So black plays this peep, and white eliminates the Ko. Tack, 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 tack. White should actually defend here, because there are too many cutting points. So if black captures back the core, white connects, black will come out with Atari, but white can play a counter Atari. And when black connects, this pip is Sente, and then go out. And now if these two stones are safe, the whole group dies inside. But black can also consider to capture this way, and now white has to rely on the other core to kill everything. But this core seems to be still more profitable for white than the actual game. Because in the actual game, white captures a stone, and if he doesn't kill the group, then in the end, he will just remain with a couple of points in the center. So black pushes through, and then inside cut. Actually, black should play the outside cut, because you always want to cut the stone that you actually want to sacrifice. So when you cut here and your opponent captures a stone, then you Atari from behind. So this S4, it's a bait. He captures, and then you Atari here to take the 4 stones, which are important to connect and leave. So when you cut on the outside, he might play S7. And in this case, you don't play inside to give him an eye. You can play from the outside. You can just go T5. Then he needs to connect. Now you capture the important stone in the corner. If he connects here, you just take it. And then he will realize he needs to leave on the right. So he needs to play Atari here. Then you go Atari, he captures, and then you push. And this means you also kill the right group. Because in the actual game, when you play the throw-in here, and he takes, and then Atari, he captures, and then you capture this stone, he can play here, here. Now he has time to leave on the right side. So because of this cut, you gave him ice. But when you don't cut there, you cut on the outside, cut. If he connects like this, he doesn't make ice. So obviously, he will always block S7. But now, you will never play inside S6 to give him eye, but play Atari from below. This is an important tactic. Of course, in this case, white desperately can start a core, but of course you fight it. And then, if you can't win the core, you just capture the stone. So you come back here. And when he takes, you take or you connect. And again, he needs to leave on the right side. And you also leave on the bottom. But in the end, it will be, wait. So first he plays this, then he needs to leave. Atari, take. Then, you can push here, then push here, throw in, block, Atari again, then Atari here, then make twice. So yeah. Oh, in fact, it works to play. No, this is a false. Yeah, you need Atari and this. Yeah, the group will leave. No way for white to kill it. But as a style, it's still better to cut S4, not S6. So that's an important tactic to remember from this game. Okay, we had all this. Yeah, this is fine. Well, Atari here can work too, always in center before. But white's attempt to kill, it's too much. So for white right now, it's proper to play a move like this. Because locally in the corner, the shape here is just a dead L formation. This way. So this is an L group because R4 it's a false eye. But white still cannot kill the corner because black has the Atari and make another eye in the center. So if that eye disappears, let's say white goes, okay, white connects, black plays this Atari, then what else? Yeah, let's say black plays away. Now, if white goes 09, black will die because this move doesn't give an eye in the middle. This will be a false eye, and also R4 is false. And now, when black goes down, white just Hane and bulky 5 formation. Or if black plays here, white takes the vital point, Hane, and take a vital point again. If Atari here, just connect. If this end, connect, and that's it. So this means when white connects, black will go for the second eye by playing Atari and turn. Now there's an eye in the center and an eye in the corner, but then white takes compensation on the right side. So this is a better way for white to deal with the situation. Now white played inside, black pushes, very good, and again, and throw in. Actually here, you can just play Atari without a throw in. And when white plays this move, you take. But wait, and let's see what happens if you go down. Yeah, if you play Atari here, white will connect under, then you play here, white connects again, and it's alive in center. Yeah, it's fine to capture the 3 stones. So yeah, black leaves, then white should probably just resign because black got a lot of territory on the left side. This was the critical moment of the game, but white couldn't really kill. Okay, now first things first, you can peep like this, and when white connects, because his entire dragon is in danger, you attach Q18, he will try to link his stones, then cut from behind, he captures stone, then Atari in the corner, he takes, and then you can go down or play another big point like the Sun. But when you play the attach, you can't expect white to pull back, so you connect here, because now white being behind, he wants to cut and make more profit. So then he can live in the corner, and on the outside black doesn't profit much. Black actually becomes a bit dangerous on the right. So white is black should normally go down, then white plays here, Atari first, white needs to capture, then you can play a Kosumitsuke or a jump, this peep to threaten the cut, then this kind of move, oh wait, actually solid is better, then white will push to make life on the right, so he's got 3 points, and you're also alive. Yeah, everybody's alive, but less points. So yeah, it was better overall to start with a peep, attach, cut, and Atari, because in the end you can make all these points on the right, and he's got only a few. So let's see the actual game. Turn to stay alive, and yeah, Sente. Very good to play this on Sun Invasion. There are several ways to live here. One is to play D2. If he blocks like this, you can push or just go down. When he blocks, Tiger Mount, and it's alive already. When he plays here, you play this one. If he tries to kill with a 2-2 point, Hane, go down, push, and go down again, and it's alive. But this works too. And you have the Keima, then the push, the peep, and actually now the cap. So he's kind of dying. This can be a little bit dangerous, but yeah. Now this can live in a Seki or a 1000 year ko with this move in the corner, then this one, then Atari, then capture. And now, well, it's a long ko for white. Because first of all, white has to remove all the outside liberties, then play inside. So when black surrounds this group, let's say this, then make sure the group doesn't go on the outside to connect to the middle. Then white will play Atari, and you gotta rely on the ko. So let's see what happens. White jumps, he tries to make some eye shape. Okay, this makes the group live in the corner. But now the bottom should leave too. And it did. Let's see here, Atari. Kosumi connect. No, so you can take one stone, but then you don't cut and fight the ko, you just play this one. If he takes back, it doesn't help, because the 3 stones are still captured, and then you gotta go down to avoid the ko. Atari here connect, on this move, protect, he captures a stone, it doesn't matter, the group is alive. But it's alive like this too. It's just that it's a bit of a smaller life. Oh, actually, it's dangerous. So if white plays this move, and you connect, and then he connects here to threaten the group on the side, and you capture the 3 stones. Then he plays this one to false the eye in the middle, you gotta connect here, and now he can start a ko. Atari like this, and try to kill everything in a ko. So either play M1 or N1, L1, connect, take, it doesn't matter, then go down. Or play this one. And there is no more way to false the eye or set up a ko. So this was dangerous for black on the bottom side. But let's see how it turned out. Now black got a very nice catch here on the left. Another dangerous situation, but in the end, more liberties. In the corner, nothing happened. If white plays here, black needs to do this, and this for Seki. So this will be alive, but no points. Or black plays here, white goes Atari, black connects, white captures, and this can end up a Seki or a ko. If white connects, it will just be a Seki. So when black plays away, white can connect here, and black will never Atari, because that's a bulky 5, so the position will just stay like this. But white can wait, fill the outside liberties, and then go for a ko. Even if he loses the points. But like this, he doesn't gain anything. Atari, and that's it. Black just lived unconditionally. This bomb was good. Some squeeze. Yeah, so white's chance now to still stay in the game is to connect here and go for the call on the bottom side. So let's see if black defends. White can catch the stone, Atari connect. Then black has to play here. White comes out. Oh, but black still has this escape. Yeah, in fact, it's still black's game. Poor white. He had no chance in the end. Oh, got those stones. Aye, aye, aye. Tuck, 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 tuck. That's expensive. Oh, it happened. So if connect, white connect, then this, throw in, take or connect, then block. He must capture, block again, he must capture, Atari, take, then take a stone, Atari here or here, and go out. And if this one you connect, if he connects, you push through and connect to the left. So yeah, there is no problem. Black is alive, but he's losing some points. But the way it was played out here, black lost more because he had to give up the 4 stones in the tail. And well, the group it's alive, but white managed to redeem some losses. Now white can try the combination because after killing these stones on the right side, white doesn't worry about Atari at p9 anymore. So white can play here in Sente and then go for the ko. Play this one. If black defends, just falls the eye. Now it's done. It's all dead. Ouch. So black defends like that. Everything connected. Oh. Ah, yeah, this move is necessary because of the Atari from the outside. So in the end, you gotta capture those stones. Fine. Double Atari. Okay. Oh, that was big. To go down T4 and kill T2 on a large scale, it's really big. Wait a second. If you connect here and white connects B1, you can still play Atari D1. So, and if white plays here, you capture the stone. It's more points. I mean, well, you defend on the outside, so you don't play a move inside. It's 1 extra point for black. That can matter, especially in a very close, tight game, but here black is way ahead and it didn't matter so much. Yeah, that's a good catch. Oh, wait. Here it's better to play this move, because if white pushes, you capture 2 stones, but he needs to come back and protect. So you take Sente. Like this, he doesn't have to connect the core right now. But he didn't have bigger moves. Actually, he did, but he didn't see them. This is strange. It's not necessary. You better play Hane, because you already have an eye here. And also there is also one eye on the right side. And after the Hane, he cannot block, because he puts himself in Atari. He needs to play here. Then you connect, he goes Atari and you connect. Because playing T14 is just -1 point. Better don't play anything. Or wait for him to Hane and then defend. So yeah, in the end, good win for black, but a little bit dangerous at times, especially with this situation on the bottom side or the ko 1000-year ko situation in the corner. But white wasn't aware of those 2 may go, so yeah, well done and better luck with the next games.